My customers tell me about a variety of factors that impact the overall equipment rental process. Let's take a look at them. Today, we have decentralization. While a key element in many organizations, this can actually limit effectiveness. You have a multitude of employees who are actually got their finger involved in the rental process itself, and they're calling on several different vendors to meet their rental needs. Now, this is resulting in several different systems being used to track and manage the equipment you currently have on rent. Lastly, you have a variety of different crafts that need the right equipment, and the right tools, the right time, the right place. What's the result of this? Well, first, too much. Too much equipment on rent. This results in equipment redundancy, orders redundancy. You have too long. Keeping equipment on rent past its anticipated return date can potentially result in unnecessary past due charges. Lastly, too complex. Employees are using a variety of different systems in an effort to track and manage the equipment you currently have on rent. This can be anything from sticky notes all the way to an Excel spreadsheet. I've heard the phrase used, swivel time, which basically illustrates an administrator sitting in their chair and literally swiveling from the computer and looking at a spreadsheet over to a manual process and back, all in an effort just to try and get an overview on exactly what's going on with their equipment management. In short, this is costing excessive money. There's excessive time being spent trying to manage this process. And in the end, it really limits the effectiveness and the productivity of your most valuable asset, which is that of your employee. At best, this is a fragmented process, which at its heart is truly reactive and can put your organization at risk. Now, what is your greatest risk? Isn't it really not knowing? How do I get from today to your future desired level of operational excellence? The key to that is equipment management. Failure to move away from this reactive process limits your organization's potential growth trajectory into the future. Now, how do some companies address these concerns? Well, popularly, price. They look at simply the lowest line item as the best way to manage their equipment rental needs, when in fact, price alone has been shown to have the effect of only 1/6 the effect of truly addressing the needs of too much, too long, and too complex. In other words, choosing to manage your equipment rental needs solely by line item pricing could potentially drive your company into the abyss. That's why companies are choosing to work with RSC. They're trying to find a better way to bridge the gap between today and tomorrow. They recognize that equipment rental and equipment management affects not only employee productivity, but also employee engagement and overall project success. Only by working with RSC can you achieve these organizational goals. Let's take a look at how best-in-class companies are working on these goals and achieving them. First, visibility. What if every member of your team had true insight in every aspect of the rental process? With RSC's Total Control System, it does just that. It gives you unparalleled visibility management and the functionality to optimize the rental process to reduce redundancy and late rental returns. There's also management by exception. That's a strategy that allows you to focus only on actionable data based on criteria that you supply that allows you and your team to make the best strategic decisions. Lastly, some companies are also taking advantage of embedded GPS technology. Secondly, streamlining operations, and processes. What if you had a partner in managing your equipment effectively? RSC's managed services strategy does just that. You have a dedicated advocate that is intimately familiar with not only your organization but also your processes, and making sure that all your equipment needs are met and allowing you to operate as efficiently as possible. He will make sure that the equipment and the tools are necessary or on hand to allow you to maximize productivity. And most important, you will have a partner in maintaining a safe and effective work environment for you and your employees. Third, cost control and cost reduction. What if you had the right tool and the right strategy in place to make a substantial impact not only on overall equipment cost but also return on investment? With RSC scorecards and key performance indicators, you can do just that. You and your team are empowered to operate at the highest levels of efficiency. With customized data, you can validate and justify all of your equipment rental decisions. More importantly, you will have actual data on which you can base future decisions. Companies are choosing to work with RSC to achieve these goals, and we refer to this overall strategy as RSC Consumption Management. While this may be a new term, it's actually an exciting strategy that allows companies to leverage and magnify savings to a level of 6 times that of price alone. Having the right equipment at the right time with a streamlined process in place that drives cost savings, that's the heart of consumption management. It is truly the bridge that crosses the gap between today and a level of operating efficiency that will drive your organization to success into the future. So, if you want to align all factors of the rental process, if you want to move from a fragmented, reactive process to a rental program that at its heart is truly proactive, well then, if you also want to replace risk with reward, RC is clearly your only choice. This is, in fact, what best-in-class organizations are choosing to do. And really, the combined power of not only you, but also RSC will drive your organization to unparalleled success. So what do you think?